tragic, despite a smile. His enemies are close behind, seeking their vengeance in kind. He treads the cosmos alone but undaunted, fleeing memories that leave him haunted. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He tied a dragon's tail into a knot, giving its curses very little thought. He stole the horns from a demon, laughing as he fled with good reason. He plucked feathers from an angel, dodging its wrath most unstable. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He humiliated gods in their own halls, mocking them with little wooden dolls. He perplexed the eldritch and uncanny, tricking them into kicking their own fanny. He foiled the plans of liches, leaving his fans in stitches. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He saved the people of the kingdom, angering all the nobles in the region. He stopped the war with a prank, making the queen's wardrobe blank. He does all of this except for one thing: he was too scared for this song to sing. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand.
Hello, everyone! Happy Thursday! I am Zargram Xanders, Magician Extraordinaire, and I want to welcome you all back to my studio. Today, we are planning to do some more Twitch Plays D&D. I'm very excited to do it. Last time, I forgot to eat that day, and I kind of passed out in the middle of it, and we had to rush it. But this time, I've had my dinner, I've had everything, we should be good to go, and I do not foresee passing out this time. So that should be fun. How's everyone doing? How y'all doing? Lace, I want to say thank you so much for the raid. I know I said it in text chat, but I just want to say it again. If you are, and guys, if you're here, I just want to welcome you in, and I'll explain how Twitch Plays D&D works in just a moment. Let's see here. What else can I say before we get to that? Oh, next week we will be... Hello. Lace for Cluckles. Yes. Next Tuesday, we're going to be streaming some more Oblivion Remastered. I try to make myself in there, so I'm playing a mage build, which is the first time I've ever done that in that game. What else? Even though, for some reason, my computer does not like running it. I get like 20 frames if I'm lucky outdoors while playing that game. It's very, very resource intensive. Anywho, I'm going to be interviewing another person next week on, actually, let me check my schedule. I just need to make sure I have this right. Because if you don't know, I also do a talk show for streamers. It's called The Sometime Show. And next week, let's see here, where is my calendar? It's going to be on, yes, it's going to be 6 p.m. with Suspicious Pegasus. So that should be fun to do. And then, if you don't know, with the Sometime Show, the times tend to move around because the whole thing just depends on the scheduling with a guest. So that's why that's that way. Anyway, with that in mind, let's move over to the scene where we play the game, and I will explain how things work. Boom. I'll just move my thing over here. All right. So, the way this works is as follows. If we were to do a one-to-one D&D with chat at the helm, I'd have to program a very elaborate Twitch bot, which I'm not able to do, and it would be a very, very long and drawn-out ordeal. It would not fit within my 2 to 3 hour time frame that I do for my streams. So I have pared this down and simplified it to be a lot more simple. This way, things can move quickly. Chat can they don't have to have like a million different decisions in the polls and stuff like that. So here's how this works. Let me just open up Photoshop. Okay. So because it's kind of just generally accepted on Twitch that Peepo is there we go. That Peepo is the mascot of Twitch chat. Your mascot is this little Peepo right here, wearing a helmet with a sword and shield. That's you guys. What I'll do... Oh, whoops. I accidentally pressed one of my toggles. I keep forgetting that I have those on. Okay. Anyway, how this works... What the heck just happened? Oh, I set the... There it is. So how this works is I will narrate what's happening in the campaign. And while I'm doing that, I'll also illustrate things like characters, backgrounds, and stuff like that. You guys have stats that represent your character, and that's represented in the bottom right. Now, how this works is as follows. Now, the alignment and the class and the race, that's all just fluff, really. And so is the character name. The character name is Chet, spelled with a T. The T is silent. But you guys are level 2. And you guys have, instead of 6 abilities like Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma, we have 3. We have Physical, Mental, and Spiritual. These figure into your 3 main stats. That would be Health Points, Stamina Points, and Magic Points. You spend Health Points when you take damage. You spend Stamina Points by doing physical stuff like running up a hill, swinging your sword, and stuff like that. Magic points are spent by casting spells. And the way I have simplified combat so that it's a lot more quick-paced. The way this works is that when chat wishes to attack or is in a combat, and it's assumed that they would attack anyway, I roll a 1d20 plus their combat check versus the enemy's combat check. It's real simple. The attacker rolls an offensive combat check, the defender rolls a defensive one. Very simple. For skill checks, it pretty much is all-encompassing for all skill checks. And if you want to cast a spell, especially offensively, it's a magic check, offensive magic check versus a defensive magic check. Very, very simple. And it's simplified to be quick to run and easy to remember. Because I assume that not everyone who's going to be showing up to these streams necessarily plays D&D, but also if I had to integrate an entire character sheet and all the boards and all these different things, I'd have to spend a whole lot more time doing that bot, and I just don't have the ability to do that, quite frankly. But, nevertheless, you might notice the D20 on the screen. That is from a dice roller website, and whenever you roll, whenever the whenever the player rolls, I click the roll button there, and it shows the result there, and then we just add things. All right? For NPCs and monsters, I'll just roll this D20 I got here on my desk. I don't know if you can even hear that, but you can. Okay. And that will... We're going for speed and pacing. Yeah, because I don't know about you, but whenever I'm watching a D&D stream, I kind of don't like all the downtime between stuff happening, where like it's dead quiet and like no one's doing anything, or they have to check a sheet again. When it's supposed to be a spectacle, like, or an event, I want to make sure it's moving quickly. All right, so with that in mind, one more important thing. I need to show how this works. When the party wishes to make a decision, I will run a poll. Whenever I will run a poll using the special Twitch poll overlay. Alright. Here's an example poll. It will show up on the screen right above me, and what you do to vote is to type a number in the chat and hit enter. So if you wish to vote for these, then you can absolutely do that. These polls will last for 2 minutes, and when we get a result, I will take that as what Shad has decided for their character to do. Real simple. So right now we have a poll for what's your favorite Pokemon among these: Pikachu, Eevee, Absol, or Dratini. So yeah, like Spiper just demonstrated, you type a number in order to vote. Very simple. So with that in mind, I think that's about everything. I don't think there's anything else that we need to establish, so I think we're good to go. Are there any questions while we let this example poll run? I usually let them run for like 2 minutes or so. Any questions? Going once? Going twice? Oh, and I forgot, there's another thing. If you're new to this channel, you can do... Oh, yes, that's right. The redemptions. You notice the health, stamina, and mana. You are able to do channel point redemptions to heal or restore stats of your character. There's a healing potion redemption, which will drop a bottle on me. There's a mana potion redemption, and there's a stamina potion redemption. So if you're at a point where your stats are really low, you can just redeem one of those, and boom, I'll roll a d6 and add it to your thing. There's a cooldown on them, so you can't just spam them. Though theoretically everyone could spam them. Well, there's a cooldown for everyone. And yes, I have reactivated the gender swap redemption. It's worth 500 points if you want me to use my female model instead of my male model. Anyway, but be that as it may, I think we are ready to start. And it's been 2 minutes, so I'm going to close the poll. Boom. So we've decided that chat's favorite Pokemon is Absol. Of those 4 that were in the poll, at least. All right. Let's see here. Anything else? I think we're good to go. Equivalent to 5 potions. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is that the gender swap redemption doesn't actually do anything for you guys mechanically. It's just if people want to do it. I have it automated so that as soon as you redeem it, it does it automatically. Anyway, all right, let's get started. Let's get the music going. Is it playing? It should. All right. So, last time, your DM basically ran out of energy and had to rush the ending of a 2-part adventure, unfortunately. But this time, we should be good to go with a new story. I think I dropped something on the floor. And the way we're going to... we start with you guys next to a river. Now, this time, you guys have been given a very, very simple quest. Your mission is as follows. You have been asked by your best friend in the whole world to deliver a box, a wooden box, to the city of Dale. So, I shall put it right up here. I do not want to use that font, because that font is crud. Let's use Georgia. That's a nice font. Boom. Okay. Quest. Deliver box to the... let's say the Weaver in Dale. Alright, let's make that nice and big. And why is it in all caps? It should not be. Alright. So, you have in your possession 1 wooden box. It's about 12 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches. It's a very simple box, but you have agreed to do this because you owe your friend a favor. Now, you have an option. As you've been walking down the river road, you can do one of 2 things, because there is a bridge, and there is a fork in the road, and you know from your local area that you could go either way along this bridge. So... There, that'll be the bridge. So our first decision point will be this. We need to get to Dale, but there's a fork in the road. The way across the bridge is faster, but more dangerous. The other way is longer, but safer. Which way do we go? The short, but dangerous route. Hang on a second. Alright, here's our first poll of the game. Let me shrink myself down so you can see a little bit better. So, guys, you guys gotta decide. You have 2 minutes to decide what you want to do. Do you take the short but dangerous route across the bridge, or do you take the roundabout way, which is the long but safe route? Or safer route, I should have said. Vote now, everybody. That's strange. It doesn't seem to... Why is the music not playing? We have 1 vote for 2. There's supposed to be music playing, but it's not playing for some reason. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hang on a second. Oh, there it is. There we go. Sorry about that. So we have 1 vote to take the roundabout way. We still have a little bit of time for you guys to vote. Vote now which way you want to go. You want to go the safe route, or do you want to go the risky but fast route? Vote now. Type 1 to vote for the short but dangerous route. Type 2 to vote for the long but safe route. And we're up at 2 minutes. So that means we have decided to go the long but safe route. Alright. So, you decide to bypass the bridge and go the safer route. Alright, let's see here. Where is that layer? I need to find that layer. Where did I put it? There it is. Alright, so you decide to just ignore the bridge and you proceed onwards. You leave the bridge behind you as you decide to follow the river around towards Dale. Let me actually recycle some of these trees from the previous time. Boop. And we'll just take them and go... There we go. Now, as you guys are walking, you come across... Wait. Actually, I want to put this right here. There we go. As you're walking, you eventually start to notice that it starts to get a little bit dark. There we go. And you notice that there is a poor beggar by the road who seems to be absolutely starved. Now, I'm going to just quickly draw the beggar if I can. Just a second. I have to do this quickly. Boop. The beggar seems to be a poor old man who seems to have who has an eye patch. And the beggar approaches you and asks you, Excuse me, laddie. Can you spare some gold for a poor old man? Now, what decision will you do? You have one choice of several to make. A beggar approaches you on the road. What do you do? Ignore them. Ask for directions. Give them some spare change, attack them. You have one of 4 options, 2 minutes on the clock, here you go. We have 1 vote for give them some spare change. So type 1 to ignore them, type 2 to ask for directions, type 3 to give them some spare change, and type 4 to attack them. Oh, Lace is playing too. Cool. Good to have you. Good to still have you, Lace. So Lace has voted for 3, and we have 2 votes for give them some spare change. So we still have about a minute and a half left in the poll. Do we have any other viewers who are participating? I wonder. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So anyway, if you wish to vote in the poll and decide what the player does, you need to type the number in chat. It should say so right there in the chat box. So type 1 to ignore the beggar, type 2 to ask for directions, type 3 to give them some spare change, and type 4 to attack them. We have 1 minute left on the poll. After that, I'm going to call it. It looks like we still have give them some spare change winning the poll. Thank you for your vote, the Dragon Unleashed. Thank you very much. So it looks like we have 3 votes to give them some spare change. I apologize for my shoddy artwork. I have to literally do this on the spot, so... And I've tried doing it with my old bamboo tablet from forever ago. I don't know, it's just a lot more... It's somehow, it feels weird having to do it quickly, but with a tablet for me. I don't know why. Maybe I should see if I can get an artist friend who'd be willing to help me out. Oh, but I'd have to pay them, and I can't afford that. Dang. Anyways, I don't have... so we have 2 minutes right here. Boom. So the poll is closed. You guys have decided to give the beggar some spare change. Okie dokie. So you decided to do a good deed, and you approach the beggar. Oh, whoops, wrong one. This one. You give them some spare coins from your purse, or from your coin purse. And yes, back in the Middle Ages, it was called a coin purse. Wallet was later. Anyway, the beggar says, "Oh, thank you, Sonny. Thank you. You're the only person who's passed by today. Everyone else has been scared about the ogre." And you ask him, well, why are you here? Why are you begging on this road if there's an ogre? And the old man says, "Well, it's certainly better than all the bandits along the bridge route. And besides, I get kicked out of all the towns for begging." But as thanks for helping him for your charity, the old beggar decides to actually give you some good directions. "You see, Sonny, there is an ogre that haunts this trail, and he only attacks at night, whereas the bandits on the other trail attack all the time. They'll attack you on sight. This ogre attacks only at night. I believe it hates the sunlight. But I have been able to avoid it by staying near the river. It does not like running water. If you stay near the river, the ogre should leave you be. Good luck, Sonny." And with that, the old man goes back to his little, he has like a sackcloth he's been sitting on. So, with that, you continue on your way. So, night passes. I'm going to make the background just a little bit darker. Or before it was evening. Now it's definitely nighttime. So let's find a nice, very dark indigo. And let's see if I can get the old gradient effect on here. Do I still have that around? I should. Yes, I certainly do. Okay, now it's nighttime. Now, we have a choice of how you wish to proceed. So, night has fallen. How do we proceed? March, option 1 will be march onwards through the night. Option 2 will be camp out in the nearby meadow where it looks comfy. Camp out by the river. Or go hunting for the ogre. Alright, start poll. So, the way this works is So, yeah, okay, I've already told you a million times. Type 1, to march onwards through the night, a forced march, which will use a fair bit of your stamina, by the way. 2 will be to camp out in the nearby meadow where it looks comfy. Camp out by the river. It's going to be by the river, so it's going to be sandy and muddy. It's not going to be great, but it's, you know, the old beggar might have said a thing or two about that. And there's also go hunting for the ogre, if you wish to just, you know, roll up to this guy and attack him. What do you do? I shall also deduct some stamina points just to simulate the fact that you guys have been walking for a while now. So, boom. Alright. So we have 1 vote for Camp Out by the River. We have 2 votes for Camp by the River. We have about a minute left in the poll. That's 3 votes. Alright. That's 4 votes. Okay, so it's pretty much unanimous that everyone agrees to camp out by the river. Well, okay, so I'll explain, Sniper. The reason I'm using this polling system and not the built-in one is for 2 reasons. 1, I can add a bunch of different options, and I can decide exactly when it ends. The other is because I want to make sure that on the VOD that the poll shows up, because with the way with my stream elements is set up, when I do a poll, it doesn't show up on the VOD. So I want to make sure that if someone's watching this back, that they can see the poll as well. That way, you know, the VOD actually is worth watching and not just like, oh, I have no idea what people are voting. I don't even see the poll. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm doing it that way. Yeah. Okay. So you guys have elected to camp up by the river, following the old beggar's advice. Smart. All right. We'll hide the poll from the overlay. So you guys pitch your tent and your I'll just draw just a little tent real quick. Well, I'm gonna make the tent yellow so it'll contrast nicely with the nighttime colors. So I'm just gonna draw a little tent like boop, like that, and we're just gonna do boop boop. It's gonna be like that. We're gonna have that, and boom. Okay, then we're gonna have a slightly darker color for the inside because it's inside of a tent. Alright. Alright. So this will be your... Oh, I need tent poles. There we go. Alright. And... Whoops, that's too far. That's in perspective, roughly. Okay, so you pitch your tent by the side of the river. And you set up the rudimentary alarm that you normally do. And you go to sleep for a little bit. There we go. We'll just turn you 90 degrees like that. In the night, yes, they do. They sure do, you're right. In the night, you hear thud, thud, thud. You're awoken to the sound of the ground shaking. Now, on the you spring out of your tent. You wake up, and you look around. Now, let's see here. Let me actually turn this thing around. I'm not turning the beat around, and I'm not turning it upside down, but I am turning the character around. There we go. Now, on the other side of the road, where it's grassy and much closer to the meadow, you see a giant ogre. And I'm going to draw it right here. Boom. Okay. So this will be the head. I'm such a cruddy artist. And he is a jacked ogre. Boom. Boom. Yeah, this guy is serious business, and he would mess you up if you fought him. Boom. Boom. So let me just fill in the outlines now. Alright. And because this is Twitch, we gotta give him clothes. So, even though I don't know where this guy's gonna go shopping, there's not exactly an H&M he can go shopping at. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. And he's gonna have an angry face on him. Because he's a big, scary ogre. And we're going to give him some little tusks, like this. There we go, and a little belly button. And he's jacked as hell. This guy would mess you up. Actually, let me change the direction of the ogre. There it is. The ogre is on the other side of the road, and he looks at you, and he looks at the river. He's like, "Rrrr." Now, the ogre seems kind of put off by the river and the flowing water. You see the ogre clasp his hands to his ears as you clearly baited by the smell of you, but he doesn't like the sound of the river. Now, what do you do as the ogre seems to be making up his mind about whether or not you're worth putting up with the racket? The ogre is warded by the sounds of the river. What do you do? Go back to sleep is one option. The other is taunt it and smack your butt at it. Another one is cast a spell. Attack it, or the fifth one option will be try to talk to it. So we have 5 options this time. So, alright. So you have 5 options you can vote for. We have one, so vote 1 to go back to sleep, vote 2 to taunt it and smack your butt at it, vote 3 to cast a spell, vote 4 to attack it, and vote 5 to try to talk to it. We have 38 seconds and we have 2 votes, but they're for different options. One's to cast a spell, and the other's to try to talk to it. What do you do? Oh, don't worry about that, Dragon. I don't have an official spell book for this thing. What I do is you'll use up NP, and I'll describe you guys using a spell to respond to the situation. So you don't have to worry about that whole thing like an ordinary D&D. But good question. For spells, I just think of what spell your character would use there, and I just do it. It's otherwise, the chat would have to page through a whole giant spell book, and it might slow them down. Yeah. Five is try. We have 2 votes to try to talk to it. We're coming, and we're up on 2 minutes, guys. Okay, so you have decided to try to talk to it. So you try conversing with the ogre, and you try speaking in some of the languages you know. You speak in Goblin. It's like, huh? You try speaking in Orc. It's like, oh, my river, my river, my river, my river. And as you speak to the ogre, you realize that it's very territorial, and it doesn't like people being close to its river. But then you ask it, if it's your river, why does the sound of it bother you? The ogre say, "River lady mean, river lady make mean music. Make music keep ogre away. Music sound horrible, like cat on fire. Music bad." And you realize that you don't hear any music coming from the river, but the ogre certainly seems to, because as it's talking to you, it's just very annoyed by the sound of the river. Now, you look at the river, and we're gonna roll our first check here. I'm gonna roll a magic check, because we're gonna see how well you're able to discern what's going on here using your magic skills. Here we go, rolling in 3, 2, 1, boop. Oh, you rolled a 2. Ouch. Okay, so that's 2 plus 8. That's a 10. You have reason to suspect vaguely that maybe there's like a river sprite or nymph or nymph of some kind that might be involved. I mean, it would make sense given what he's described, but you have no idea where to look right now. However, because of this, you ask the ogre, where this lady may be found. Ogre say, River lady in river! River lady at place where river fall down! River lady make rivers play nasty music! Ogre hate river! River sound bad! River sound like screamcore from mid-2000s! Ogre no like music! Now, you can decide one of several things now that you have this information. You can decide to either, the ogre is being harassed by some quote-unquote river lady at a place, place where the river falls down. What do you do? Option 1 will be offer to help the ogre, console the ogre, but continue on your own quest. Option 3 will be attack the ogre for the lulz. And option 4 will be cast a spell. Alright. Vote now, guys. So, vote 1 to offer to help the ogre. Vote 2 to console the ogre but continue on your quest. You'll be nice, but... And option 3 is attack the ogre for the lulz. Just total murder hobo. Just go up and just attack him because you can. And option 4 is to cast a spell. Alright, we got some... Okay, guys. So, we're almost a minute in. We got 3 votes. We have 2 votes to offer to help the ogre. We have 1 vote to console the ogre, but continue on your quest. Option 3, again, you vote by typing in a number in the chat, and it'll, the stream bot will, read that and parse your vote. So vote now, guys. We're at 1 minute. We have 1 minute left for this poll. It's looking like people are offering to help the ogre. Alright, we have about a minute left, and, yeah. It's looking like we're leaning towards offering to help the ogre. Okay. We're at 2 minutes. Alright, so, you guys have, agreed to offer to help the ogre. So, you go up to the ogre, and it seems more calm now that you're willing to listen to it, and you explain, by speaking in Orcish, that you're willing to help the ogre try and sleep. The ogre says, Ogre plug ears with beeswax. It no help. Ogre try burying head in mud. It no help. Ogre try smashing ears. It no help. Apparently this is magical music. Now, you then offer to help the ogre by saying, what if we go and speak to this lady to try and get them to stop playing the music? The ogre say, Ogre no know why lady play music. Ogre mad at lady because lady flooded ogre's house. Ogre threw rock at lady for flooding ogre house. Lady decide to do sparkles at ogre to play music from river all times. So, you're able to deduce that the ogre was mad at this river lady, whoever that is, whether it's a nymph, whether it's just some person or whatever, because their house got flooded. Now, I'm going to do a skill check to see if you guys can deduce what the cause of the flood may or may not have been. So, we're going to roll that. 3, 2, 1, boop. Okay, 19. You ask the ogre when the flood happened. Ogre say, 40 nights ago. And you realize that about a month ago, the first spring rains came and it caused a flash flooding in this area. You realize that it is very possible that the lady had nothing to do with the flood. and that the ogre just blamed the lady because he thought she had something to do with it. Thus started the quarrel between them. You try to explain this to the ogre, and we're going to roll a check for that. 3, 2, 1, boop! 14 plus your skill check is 9. So that's 23. You explain to the ogre about how it's very possible that it was just the spring rains and not them, and the ogre say, I don't care! Ogre, river still play music! Whether or not flood from lady or flood from rain. River play music. River keep ogre awake. Ogre mad! So, it seems that regardless of the truth of the matter, the ogre is still pretty pissed off about the river basically playing music at him, and it absolutely pisses him off. And it seems that the only way to deal with the situation is to go and deal with this river lady, whoever that is. You offer to help the ogre and say, hey, I am headed this way anyway, let's go see this river lady. And ogre say, ugh, fine. Follow me, river lady near where river fall down. So, you also explain to the ogre that you need to rest because you've been traveling all day, and the ogre's like, fine. And I meet you when fire in sky back. The ogre then departs. You have successfully managed to get the ogre to leave without combat, so kudos to you. You go back to sleep. There we go. And you get a full night's rest, or the rest of the night's rest, I should really call it, and you're back at full stamina from that. All right. We're going back here. Next up, I'm going to turn off the night filter. The sun rises, and wait, no, not like that. We want. Wait, what if I had like this one? There we go. The sun's back. You strike camp and remove your tent. Where is that lair? Where is that freaking lair? No, not that one. That one. And sure enough, as the sun rises, the ogre comes back. He is wearing, on his head, giant earmuffs made out of bear fur and with all kinds of fluffy stuff. So he's really trying not to hear anything of what you're saying or what the river's saying. In fact, I'm going to draw the earmuffs on him right now. So let's get some nice brown in there. We're going to get this. Boop. Actually, I'm going to change the color so it doesn't blend too much in. We'll make it actually like grayish, like kind of black bear. We'll say he killed some black bears to make those earmuffs. Anyway, he is now okay. I'll name my lair. I'll be a good boy and name my lairs. You and the ogre meet up, and the ogre say, "Ogre, take you to where river fall down. Follow. I can't. Ogre, no hear you." The ogre moves on, walking, galumphing down the road like whump, bump, 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 bump. And you travel behind, still carrying the box in your inventory, but it's like in your backpack, even though it's kind of a big. We'll say you have a big backpack. Anyway, you follow the ogre for a few miles actually down the road. Remember, you took the circuitous route, so you're taking it for quite a ways. And you notice that there seem to be some dire foxes, not wolves, dire foxes that seem to be interested in you. Now, dire foxes are like a dire wolf. They have spikes and their fangs, and they tend to be pretty mean and nasty. And we're going to draw them right here for dire foxes. Let's make them like red, like those kinds. Yeah, that'll do. Actually, isn't it like more of an orangish reddish? Yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to, because I don't want to draw the whole thing, because that'll take a little bit. I'm going to draw a little head here, a little ear there. Actually, we can just draw it like this. All right. So that's their base color. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and we'll add some features like this. foxes sort of have a pattern like this on their thing. And they also have a pattern on their feet that usually is black. Boom, boom, boom. Its nose is black. Now, these are dire foxes, so they're not. So they should also be. They're also bigger than normal ones, and they also have like spikes jutting from their backs, just like dire animals in D&D. There we go. One over there, one over there, and yeah, we'll say there's even some that run up the back of its head. Now these dire foxes seem very interested in you guys as food. And there's 2 of them. Actually, let's put a drop shadow on them just so you can see better. There we go. These dire foxes are following you guys. Now, they haven't attacked yet, but you are able to tell that these dire foxes will probably try to steal your stuff, or try to even attack you and try to get a cheap shot on you as you sleep. So, the ogres say, "Ah! Spiky Reds after us!" Ugh. Okay, dire foxes are following you, looking for a chance to strike. What do? The first option will be to attack the dire foxes. Second option will be to cast a spell to confuse, or cast a spell to confuse or scare them off. The other would be ignore them until they attack. And the fourth option will be run as fast as you can. Starting the poll. Here we go. Alright. So, your options are type 1 to attack the dire foxes. Type 2 to cast a spell to confuse or scare them off. Type 3 to ignore them until they attack, or type 4 to run as fast as you can. Oh, it looks like we have a... Alright. We have 3 votes, almost unanimous. And we have 3 votes in 30 seconds to cast a spell to confuse or scare them off. Alright. We have 2, true to form, we always do 2 minutes, just in case we have a latecomer or a person who's making up their mind. But we have about 1 minute left, and we'll decide what we want to do about the dire foxes. You know, I've often wondered about dire animals having spikes in them. How in the heck are they supposed to give birth if they have all these spikes? Is it gonna be like a porcupine where there's actually a huge danger to the mother? How does that work? I don't know. It just dawned on me just now. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Oh well. Okay, we're coming up on 2 minutes, and it seems like we have a unanimous decision to try and just use magic to scare away the foxes. Or to confuse them, or whatever. Alright. And 2 minutes. Okay. Alright. So, you have decided to cast a spell to confuse or scare them off. So, you will now roll a magic check as you conjure up some magic to create a massive illusion of a giant. Or something very scary. You know, yeah. You roll, your magic check. Ooh, you rolled a 2. Okay. You spend some magic points. And, you've also been walking today, so you should be down with a little bit of stamina. You cast a spell at them, and it does not go so well, unfortunately. Sorry. But you cast a spell to try and scare him off, and you make a big, loud cloud. It was supposed to be a giant, but it came out as just this big, swirly cloud of magic that just has a big, scary face in it. Let's do, like, one of these. And we'll do one of these. And boop. You cast a big cloud versus... Okay, and we'll do one of these. And boop. Alright. So your illusion spell... Well, actually, I forgot an important step. I'm sorry, I forgot an important step. They are supposed to roll to resist your spell. So I will now roll... where did the d20 get to? Oh, is that what fell on the floor? Alright, hang on a second. I need to actually check the floor for the d20 that fell down. Ugh. Oh, there it is. I found it. Alright, I'm back. Spirit Tomb! Okay, you rolled a combined 10 on your magic check, so that's 2 plus 8. They're dire foxes. They don't have a magic skill, so they're just going to have a raw d20 roll. Here's their roll. 6. And for the other one, 17. Okay, one of the dire foxes actually poops itself. It's so scared by your spell. And it runs away, absolutely terrified. The other fox is not scared, but it does the thing that animals do, like where if one member of its group runs, it runs too, because it does not want to be outnumbered. So it didn't seem to be very impressed by your spell, but it ran because its partner went away. So the fox and the hound. No, the ogre looks at you and say, "Ogre, no, you magic person." You explain to the ogre that you are indeed a spellcaster, and the ogre gives you a shifty look. We are at a point where the ogre seems a little bit suspicious of you. It seems that the ogre is a bit prejudiced against magic casters, especially because the river lady has been doing stuff to him. But you shall roll to see if you're able to persuade the ogre to be a little bit more understanding. 3, 2, 1, boop! 18! And it's going to roll its own skill check. 13 plus 2, so... The ogre relents and realizes that you haven't done anything bad to it yet, so it's a bit suspicious of you, but not... It still, roughly trusts you. Or he still roughly trusts you. With that in mind, you guys proceed down the road as the dire foxes have left. Oh, whoops, I forgot the earmuffs. Now, you eventually come to a rapid in the river. Let me find the river layer. Boom. And I'm going to put some rapids in there. Oh, God, I put that on the same layer as the one from before. No. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, God. Sorry. I put it on the same layer as the rest of the actual background. You do not want to do that. It's a doodad. It's a decal. And we'll say that these are the raging rapids. But there is a problem. As you come to the rapids, the ogre says, river fall down past here. And the ogre points across the rapids. And you see through the trees that there is a place where the river bends, or where the road no longer follows the river. The road actually diverges from it, and and the river leads back upstream towards the hill, uphill, I should say. So you have a choice to make. You need to cross the river. How do you cross the rapids in the river? The first option will be ask the ogre to carry you, cast a spell to transport you across, try to swim across, give up, sit down, and cry is the fourth option. Alright, vote now, guys. The first option is to ask the ogre to carry you. Type 1 for that. Second option, type 2 for that, is cast a spell to transport you across. Type 3 to try to swim across. And type 4 to give up, sit down, and cry. Alright, we have one vote for ask the ogre to carry you. The other one will be to cast a spell to type 2 to cast a spell to transport you across. We need a tiebreaker. We're tied for ask the ogre to carry you and for cast a spell to transport you across. You can also try to swim across the rapids if you wish. That'll be difficult, but you can try it. We need a tiebreaker, guys. We have 1 minute left, and we need another person to vote. We need another person to break the tie. Otherwise, we have to do a roll-off. So, we have 1 minute, and because of a tiebreaker, we'll actually extend it to 3 minutes. And kill it. So, vote now, guys. 1, to ask to be carried. 2, to cast a spell. 3, to try to swim across yourself. And 4 is to give up, sit down, and cry. What's it going to be, guys? It's a tiebreaker. We have a tiebreaker. So, okay, it was at the last minute, the Dragon Unleashed votes to for chat to ask the ogre to carry. So, okay. Boom. You have elected to ask the ogre to carry you. You say to the ogre that you would probably perish if you tried swimming across the rapids. The ogre say, "Why not use magic?" And to which you explain that you want to conserve your magic for when for the river lady in case she's an enemy. The ogre relents and he's like, "Fine," and he lifts you up and he puts you on his shoulders. Wait, should it be a bridal carry or should it be on his shoulders? Should it be a bridal carry or should we have? Wait, I'm not gonna do a poll for this, but you guys get to decide. Does he carry you like a bridal carry, or does he put you over his shoulders? First person decide. Fireman over the shoulder. Okay. The ogre picks you up and slings you over the shoulder like Shrek slinging Fiona over his shoulder. And with that, he easily wades across the rapids. I forgot the earmuffs again. He sets you down on the other side of the thing, and he starts walking through the forest. Flavors look like an animal skin. Alright. So let me hide the last pole. Boom. With that, you have left the road behind, and you are now moving through, well, actually, you are now walking through the woods. Where is that? Where the heck is the grass layer? Oh, it's this thing. Oh, okay, hang on. Now, as you guys are, I'm gonna actually, first I'm gonna just do this. Wait, what the heck? Where's the river layer? Is this it? Oh, okay. Now I understand what's going on. Okay. Hang on, guys. Boom. Now, I'm going to change the color of the background to be more of a rocky color. And the reason for that is because you guys are going up into a hill. So it's going to be a little bit more brownish type of, or greenish brown, we'll say. There's more rocks, it's more rugged terrain. But you and the ogre are easily hiking that way. However, by hiking off the trail... Wait, hang on a second. Let me put the ogre back down here. Boop. And I'll put the PC over here. Boop. You are now using more stamina to actually walk off the road. So, your stamina will deplete a bit sooner because you have to hike over rough terrain. Nevertheless, this is a shorter distance towards the waterfall. As you're walking through the forest, you see, wait, do I want to do that? How are we doing in time? We're at 7. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're following the ogre through the forest. When guess who it is again? The dire foxes are back, but one of them seems a lot more scared of you this time. So, the ogre is getting frustrated by these things, but the dire foxes are still stalking you. They seem a lot more, what's the word? Careful of you, but it doesn't look like they've completely given up. back. They look wary, but not easily fooled. What do? Attack them. Cast another spell. Run for it. Another one will just be ignore them and keep hiking. Okay. Boop. So you have 4 options here, guys. Option 1 is to just straight up attack them. Option 2 is to cast another spell. Option 3 is to run for it. Option 4 is to ignore them and keep hiking. What's it gonna be, guys? Alright, we have 1 vote for cast on the spell, and we have another vote for ignore them and keep hiking. But now, okay, Yuri's cast a vote so for cast the spell. Alright, that's all within the first 40 seconds. We go to 2 minutes, so just in case we have a straggler or someone who comes late. We have 1 minute left. Is there anyone else who wishes to vote who has not voted? We have 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left. Vote now. And we should be coming up on 2 minutes really quick here. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like we have a majority for cast another spell. I'm projecting that one's going to win unless there's like some dump of votes that come late. And we're at 2 minutes. Alright. You have decided to cast another spell. So, what you do is you try the same spell from before to scare them. They are used to this, or they're not as used to this, but you're going to burn some extra mana, and you're going to go back down to 15 magic points out of 28. Don't forget your potions, guys. Anyway, as you cast the spell, you're going to roll to see how well you cast it this time. So rolling a magic check in 3, 2, 1, boop! 17 plus 8. And here are their saves. 18! And 10. One is scared again, but the other one does not seem nearly as impressed this time. But as one of the foxes turns to run away, as one of the foxes turns to flee, the other one nips at it like, and then it lunges at you. Because clearly this fox, it's not very impressed by your spell, but it doesn't exactly care because it doesn't think your spell's going to do anything. So, as it lunges forward, the ogre slams its fist down. 15 plus it's 5, and the fox has to dodge. 11 plus 2. The ogre slams the ground and it creates a shocking tremor. This time, the foxes have to roll to resist being afraid. 17 and 1. The other fox just bolts and just, pieces out of there, while the other dire fox is just growling. It's too brave for this, so it's not going to abandon it. It's not going to just run away. It seems hell-bent on Peepo. But you have one more shot with your spell. So you try to make the spell even scarier. Let's see here. Outer Glow. Sure, let's do that. Wait, no. Boom. You try to make it even scarier, so you're going to roll your next Arcana or Magic check. Rolling in 3, 2, 1, boop! 15 versus it. It rolled a 15, but you have plus 8. So, eventually the fox realizes that even if it's not that scared, it's still outnumbered and outgunned. And it's like, ugh. It seems very annoyed, but it runs away too. But it's giving this whole look like, I'll be back. Even though it can't talk because it's just a dire fox. But anyway. It goes away, and the ogre and you give each other a nod, and you proceed onwards. Where is it? Alright. Alright, after much ado, we finally arrive at the place where the water falls down. So let me just make a waterfall graphic here. Alright. Actually, even better. Even better. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on. Boom. I just did. I just activated my toggles again. Hang on. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. Anyway. Whoop. There we go. Now it looks like the water's curving. Aha. Let's get the white color for the foam at the bottom of the waterfall. And we're just going to decorate that. And let's get a few, let's get some cliff faces in there. So we're going to get some gray rock. Holy crap. I didn't want that. I did not want that. I want this. Alright. And we're going to have the front cliff face right around here. Boom. Alright. You finally come to where the river falls down. Let me just fix that for my own... There we go. As you approach the waterfall, you see, indeed, a river sprite singing to the fish at the pond. And I'm going to draw the river sprite now. The river sprite is a beautiful looking... Should I do it? Should I do it? Okay. Alright, hang on a second. Boop. And we're going to make them, like, cerulean-ish. Why not? Okay. It is an androgynous-looking river spirit. I was going to make it a femboy, but I figured, nah, I don't know. I don't know how you guys would respond to that. I thought that'd be kind of a disruption of expectations, but I don't know how you guys are going to respond to that. Anyway, there is an androgynous river sprite in there who you realize if you squint can kind of look female, I guess, by your reckoning, at least, by your opinion. And the river sprite says, "You!" And the ogre's like, "Ah, it's you again, the one who makes the..." Excuse me, I need to hydrate. "The one who makes the river sing to me all the time." Ugh. God, I need to be careful. I don't want to... That voice hurts to do. And it's these two start exchanging insults and blaming each other and getting mad at each other. You realize that there is, this is coming to a head, and you need to think quickly about what you're going to do. So, the ogre and the river sprite are arguing, and it's intensifying. What do you do? First option will be try to negotiate and explain the situation. Second option will be to surprise attack the river sprite. Third option will be surprise attack the ogre. Fourth option will be walk away. Fifth option will be cast a spell to calm them both down. Okay, starting poll. Here we go, guys. 2 minutes on the clock. So, type 1 to try to negotiate and explain the situation. Type 2 to surprise attack the river sprite. Type 3 to surprise attack the ogre. They're arguing like feuding neighbors. Like feuding neighbors, because the ogre thinks that the river sprite, or, well, it thought that the river sprite caused the flood. So when it thought that, it threw a boulder at the river sprite, and the river sprite casts a spell to make it so that the river plays an obnoxious song towards the ogre. So, okay. So try to negotiate and explain the situation. Number 2 is surprise attack the river sprite. Number 3 is surprise attack the ogre. Number 4 is just walk away. Number 5 is cast a spell to calm them both down. We have 2 votes for try, negotiate, and explain the situation. We have about a minute left. Vote now, guys. Yuri, you still here? You may wish to vote while you can. We have an ad coming up. We're up to 2 minutes. Yuri didn't vote, so we just have... you voted at the last second before I closed it. Well, sorry, Yuri. You got outvoted. So you have voted to try and negotiate and explain the situation. Now, we're going to roll to see if you succeed in doing that. So here comes the roll. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boop. 11 plus skill plus 9, so 20. Here is going to be the roll, or the, conversation roll of the sprite. Boom. It rolled a 2. So the sprite is willing to listen to your reason. Let's see how the ogre deals with it. 20. The ogre is just pissed off and is just angry because apparently the song is really bad here, and it's getting even through his earmuffs. Now, the sprite listens to you and says, wait, he thought I was responsible for the flood? No, that was because of the spring rains. It wasn't me. I don't flood the river unless I absolutely have to. And the ogre can't even hear at this point. It's just too mad, and it's just, stomping around and trying to cover its ears. The river sprite says that it will stop the spell if the ogre apologizes. So you try to explain to the ogre, and you lead it away from there, and here's your attempt to negotiate with the ogre. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boop! 19! And here's the ogre's conversation roll. Skill check. 3. After you get it far away from the waterfall, which was really pissing the ogre off, you're able to explain that it will, that the sprite will stop the spell if the ogre apologizes. So the ogre is like, ugh! Ogre proud! Ogre from Proud Clan! Excuse me. Ogre no make apologies, but ogre wants spell gone. The ogre agrees to apologize if it's kept a secret between all 3 of you. The sprite says it won't, it'll keep it a secret, and I'm going to assume that because you've been taking the diplomatic route, that you'll keep it a secret too. The first person to post a yes or no on that in chat gets the decision on that. So keep the secret, yes or no? Yep, pop poll. Okay, you decide to keep the secret. I like to keep you guys on your toes sometimes. Anyway, you go back towards the water sprite with the ogre. Alright. And you say that the ogre will apologize. The ogre comes up, and it awkwardly bows and grumbles the words, "Ogre is sorry." With that, the river spirit says, "Apology accepted," and snaps its fingers. The ogre looks around suddenly, and then takes its earmuffs off. The ogre's like, "The song, it's gone!" And the sprite says, "Yes, I believe our quarrel is concluded." And with that, the ogre picks you up and hugs you, and nods towards the river spirit, or river sprite, and says, "Thank you. Ogre, go home now." And the river sprite, or the ogre then takes a few steps, whomp, 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 and then it comes back, whomp, 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 and the ogre says, "Here. Ogre find this in cave. Ogre no like it, but you can have." The ogre gives you a golden medallion with a ruby in the center. You get some bling from the ogre. You get some bling from the thing. It is a gorgeous looking amulet with a ruby, a giant ruby, like Amulet of Kings from Oblivion-sized ruby, right there in the center. You put it on and you feel invigorated. This is an amulet of health. This boosts your health by, let's say, 2d12. Oh, I can't. Yeah. Every time you put it on, or every time you activate it, it'll boost it by. Hang on a second. Oh, whoops, wrong command. All right, this boosts your health by 14 points. So I'm gonna say, there we go. So it gives you like temporary hit points. So it gives you 2d12 worth of temporary hit points, and it's shiny as hell. With that, you make your way back to the road, all the way back from the ogre and the forest and the river sprite. There he is. Amulet of Health. Bam. With that, you backtrack all the way, and you do expend some stamina doing that. So you go back down. You're down to like 5 stamina by now, because it was quite a hike here and quite a hike back. Okay, so let me just remove these, the waterfall and put everything back to where it was. Just a second, guys. Where is... Okay, there's the waterfall. There's that. There's that. And there's that. Cool. Where's the road that I put? No, not you. It's around here someplace. There it is. Not you. I want this one. And we're gonna go back to the ordinary green color. Boom. So, by now, you make your way back to the road, and night has basically started to fall by now. There we go. Now, as you're getting ready to set up camp again, you are once again attacked or being stalked by the dire foxes. They just do not give up. They keep coming back for more every single time. So before you can even get your camp ready, these dire foxes are really are after you, and they seem actually pretty hungry by now. At this point, they do not wait. They do not wait or crawl up. At this point, they straight up jump you. So we can handle combat in one of several ways. The dire foxes. I should have called them fire foxes. Jump you as you set up camp. How do you defend yourself? Fight with melee is one option. Fight with magic is another option. Run away. Or, try to tame them is your fourth option. Alright, here's your poll, guys. How do you wish to deal with this situation? Fight with melee, fight with magic, run away, or try to tame them. 1 is fight with melee, 2 is fight with magic, 3 is run away, and 4 is try to tame them. Alright. Alright, vote now, guys. How do you want to deal with these foxes? Because these foxes just keep at it, man. They just keep following you. They just keep looking for an opportunity to strike, and they found that when you were alone and setting up your camp. So, type 1 to fight with melee, type 2 to fight with magic, type 3 to run away, and type 4 to try and tame them. But I'll tell you right now, number 4 is going to be a hard one to make. That's not going to be very easy at all. We have literally 1 vote, and we have 1 minute left. Come on, guys. Well, we have a majority, just a majority of one. What do you guys decide to do? How do you want to handle the situation? 1 is for fight with magic. Sorry, 1 is for fight with melee. 2 is for fight with magic. 3 is for run away. That would be you do, and that would be part of the try to tame them option. Ow! I was spinning my dog tags around just playing with them. So, you do have like food and rations you could throw, kind of Safari Zone and Pokemon style, but you have to make a split-second decision here. And usually we end at 2 minutes, but I kind of want to give the whole chat a chance to interact, so. What's it gonna be, guys? You're right. Are you still here? What's it gonna be? We have 1 vote for 4. That's strange. We are now... It's a split vote between Fight with Magic and Try to Tame Them. Alright. So, unless Yuri votes, or unless we get a tiebreaker, we're stuck between Fighting with Magic and trying to tame them. So, what do you do, guys? What do you do? Alright, well, I'm going to give it another minute on the poll, and then we'll... Oh! Yuri voted for 4, so you're going to try to tame them. Interesting. Alright. Well, that's going to be a very difficult DC, but you use some extra food from your pack, you throw it on the ground, and you try diplomatizing with the animals. So, here we go. We're going to make... This is going to be a difficult check. But it's going to be a DC 22 altogether. So rolling, 3, 2, 1, boop. 15 plus skill of 9, 24. You're able to actually... The foxes were stalking you and hunting you because they were quite hungry. But you're able to kind of get them to calm down, and you're able to tame one of them. One of them seems like the more shy one, and it seems a lot more interested in you. The other fox tries to bully it and try to be mean and you can see that one of these foxes bullies the other one. But you're able to make friends with the nice fox, the nice but very shy fox. And the mean fox gets mad and tries attacking you, but as you are making nice to the nice fox, it stands up and it starts growling and, warding off the mean fox. The mean fox is upset, mad, but it seems thoroughly done with with all this shit, and it just leaves. So you now have a little dire fox friend. It likes you because you give it all the foods and the head pats. And we're gonna remove its. There we go. It no longer has Engie eyes. You now have a pet dire fox that likes to follow you around. What shall we name him? I can't really exactly do a poll for this, but okay. I'm going to count down from 3, and the first person to type in a name for the fox gets to name the fox. Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. What's the name, guys? The first person to give it a name, that's going to be the name. Unless it's something, against toss, but whatever. Spike. Okay, that's it. That's the name, Spike. I'm not sure that was their suggestion. I think they were just excited that they got a pet fox. So I'm gonna put a little name tag on the fox. Oh, I'm getting tired. This is kind of exhausting to do all this. Alright, the fox's name is Spike. Alright, and I'm going to make a little group for this. Spike the Dire Fox. Alright, you now have an animal companion in the form of a dire fox. You kind of like Aquin more. But the deal was the first name that gets thrown up is the name of the thing. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we shall do. Finish poll. Okay. What shall we name the fox? Spike or Aquin? Start poll. We'll do a poll for it. I'm too nice to just vote now. What do you want to name the dire fox pet? Vote 1 for Spike and 2 for Aquin. Yuri, are you going to back up? Okay, so yeah, we have everyone voting for Aquin the dire fox. Okay. Alright, and I know you're the only three. You guys are like the only three, but hey, you know, in OBS, one of you is blue, one of you is red, and one of you is green. It's just like Pokemon starters. The Dragon Unleashed can be Squirtle, Yuri can be Charmander, and Spiper can be Bulbasaur. But okay, I think we have consensus. Yuri, you have a very specific set of skills, and that involves naming dire foxes. Anyway, we're just going to finish the poll there. Alright, so you have decided to name your animal companion dire fox Aquin. Alright. With that... But yeah. The way you guys look with your character, with your name colors, is Dragon has a blue one, which makes him Squirtle. Yuri has a red one, which would make them Charmander, and Spiper has a green one, so they'd be Bulbasaur. Anywho. Okay, where's that tent? Where did I put that thing? Alright, you guys, you're able to sleep through the night, and Aquin actually keeps watch for you, because it is a dire fox, and most things don't really want to mess with a dire fox. So you're able to camp out, and you're able to max out your stamina. No, just 29, not plus 14. You do not have temporary stamina points, and your mana recovers. This is tiring. This may look easy, but drawing everything, talking the whole time, running all these polls, running all these different levers and buttons, takes a lot out of me. Okay. Woo! Alright. Night passes, and... Oh, you're a Kitsune. Of course you know good names for foxes. Hydrate. You know what? Good point. Okay. Alright, where were we? Night passes, and... I'm getting kind of tired. See, where's the night thing? Oh, there it is. Wait, no, not that one. We want this one. And we want to get rid of the gradient thing. There it is. Night passes, and you guys, and you and Aquin, I almost want to call him Acorn now. Maybe that can be the nickname. But you and Aquin, oh wait, no, I have to rename the layer too. Whew. This is tiring. Okay. I gotta use Acorn as the name sometime. You absolutely do. Maybe if you get like a fox type, like a Delphox, and yeah, this is pretty tiring to do, I must say. Oh, let me just stretch. Oh boy. Well, here's a choice we can do. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna put it to you guys to decide what we do. Okay. Hide the poll. DM is tired. Do we take a break and watch videos or something like that, or do we take a break for now? Actually, what I want to know is this. I want to know. Would you guys rather we do one-shots every week, or would you rather we continue, we do a continuous thing? So, we're gonna take a break for sure. And how do you guys want to do this? Want to do this going forwards? One shot every week. Continuous story. Yeah. So I'd like to, so vote 1 to do a one shot every week, which is what I kind of normally do, where every time it's a new story and your level may go up, but your inventory is reversed back to normal every time. Continuous story is where every week we actually, you know, your progress is saved and things build on each other. Now, I might forget stuff, it might be a little bit harder, but, well, you guys get to decide how you want to do this. We have 1 vote for continuous story every week. Alright, and this one's not capped at 2 minutes. I almost wonder if it's because you got an animal companion, if that's why you want continuous story now. Oh. Well, what do the rest of you guys think? You guys want to do a one-shot every week where it's a new... It's still you guys, but your inventory is refreshed back to stage 1, and we just do new stuff every time. Or continuous story. I just like a good story above all, says Yuri. Okay. I can get down with that. But this one I'd like to continue. Okay, alright. And it looks like we have a unanimous decision here. So it looks like everyone has basically decided that we're going to do a continuous story. I don't think we have anyone lurk. I think we have some lurkers, but I don't think they want to vote. So, yeah, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Okay. We can continue this one for a little bit and see how it goes. We absolutely can. Why don't we take... Ow, my butt, it hurts. Ow. Okay. What do you say we watch a few D&D related videos? Oh, I know what I'll do. I know exactly what I'll do. I'm going to go to the, where's the thing? Where is it? Community, no. Not that either. No. The rewards. I'm going to turn on the, wait, no. Channel points. Yes, that's the one I want. I'm going to turn on the video share link. I'm actually going to turn down the thing. I'm going to turn it down to just cost 100 channel points. We're going to save that. Boom. And, is there a cooldown on that? There's... Alright. We're going to, run a poll. Or, sorry. The, oh, I typed in my... Wait. There we go. I have now, we're going to be taking a quick break. Let's say, for just a little while. I actually am kind of tired. But we can but we have voted to continue this. So whenever we do D&D, Twitch Plays D&D, whether it's tonight or next week, we will continue this very story, alright? So for now, I'm actually going to go over to, let's see here. Oh, let me go to studio mode. Gameplay, and let me get the new place ready. There we go. And I'm going to. You guys can now redeem video requests. So check your channel points. You can spend 100 points to suggest a video. If it's not working, let me know. Yeah, we're going to transition over to here. While I take a quick break because I'm feeling kind of tired. Alright. So we're doing a video share break, everybody. Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll go to the studio for now. And you guys can share whatever videos you want there while we're taking the break and stuff. So, alright guys, if you want to share some videos for the little break we're doing, post them right now. I don't... Wait, okay, there's like 3 of you guys active in chat, so... Would be enough to suggest 132 videos. Wow. Well, I trust we have a small chat because this is a small channel, so I trust you guys not to, like, spam it. So I'll change it back to 500 later, but I'll let you guys suggest some videos, and then we can watch them together. I better get my thing. I better get YouTube ready, and I'll have to make sure that it's not against TOS first, obviously. Right. How about we just start with one video for now, okay? Alright. I don't even know if the Dragon Unleashed is still here, because I get the feeling that as soon as, we're no longer doing the Dungeons and the Dragons, that people might leave. Okay. But, yeah, suggest your videos now. Oh, man, I'm gonna take some water. I'm gonna drink some water. I wonder if my new mic settings, if it'll pick up me playing my ocarina. I can set it to that. But while you guys suggest videos, I'm gonna see if the ocarina I have here, it will pick up on my mic. So let me just test this real quick. Okay. Alright, so are you able to hear that? You should be able to hear that. And if you do hear it, does it sound good? Or alright, we have one video. We'll see if we can get... Alright. So I'm going to play a few songs while we wait for the rest, see if we can get some more video suggestions and whatnot. So I'm going to play some music that I've been practicing. Here we go. I messed up. I got nervous. Alright, we're getting some, we have two video redemptions here. I don't know if I can play Jurassic Park. I'm reading these instructions right in front of me. Let me see. Wait. I'm close. Hey, Tarth. Well, I actually don't have instructions. I would have to figure that out. But here's the next song I got. While people, we're taking a break from Twitch Plays D&D because I'm kind of tired. Because doing all that stuff at once is kind of tiring, but I kind of want to keep streaming because I like hanging out with you guys. So I'm just playing the ocarina while people are redeeming voice or video shares. So we have two of them in the list right now. Ow! God dang it! Ow! Thank you. I missed one of the notes. Dang it. What else we got? Anyone else want to share a video? What do you mean channel points have been refunded? Wait, what do you mean you couldn't be sent? It's right there. Why did it not work for Spiper? That's weird. That's very weird. Okay, well, we got two videos. We got two videos, so we'll watch them. Let me just make sure that they're nothing like, against TOS. But let's switch over to the... Okay, alright, let me just make a thing here. Browser capture. Alright. Oh! Here, try it again. We're gonna say... That should be working. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, yeah, so it's because you put in a message with it. Okay. That's why. So, I'm just testing out this thing here. So let me test out one of these videos that you sent me. Did it work? It did not. Okay, so if I'm going to share this, I'm going to have to, alright, I know what I'll do. I'll have to change this browser source to be something else. I have to delete that. Boom. So, display capture. Wait, no, I want window capture. We can just do, yeah, window capture, there it is. YouTube, boom. Not VTube, we want... There we go. Now, do you guys know a hotkey in order to hide the top toolbar? I'd really like that to not be visible. All right. Oh, whoa! What the heck just happened? I just was dragging down on a scene and it just went crazy on me. Hang on, and there we go. Hang on, wait. F11. Let's try that. That hides the bottom one. But you know what? That'll be good enough. That's good enough. Good call. Good call. Okay. So, this first video seems to be if Dungeons and Dragons had Weathermen. I think this was suggested by... Wait. Alright. This one was suggested by Ure. So we're going to transition over to this scene here. Boom. Bam. Bop. Alright, and I'm just going to move my little avatar down here. Whoop. Boop. Alright. Here we go. Okay. This is if Dungeons and Dragons had Weatherman. Here we go.
And that is how Snarf fought his way out of a marshmallow coma. Now let's move over to weather with our weatherman, Weatheran the Barbarian. Take it away. Thanks, Tom. Hope you all are bundled up out there because we're heading into winter. Expect temperatures around 32 degrees Fahrenheit and a forest fire in the middle of winter. Why? The wizard thought it was a good idea to cast Fireball in the middle of
course.
Alright, well, besides the forest fire, expect some ice and a tsunami! Well, maybe the tsunami will go put out the forest fire.
It has to cross a mountain range to get there.
No, it's gone.
Oh.
Nope, it's back. Nope, now it's gone. Alright, seems like the tsunami is here to stay. But the real danger... the real danger here isn't the ice. It's an earthquake! Well, we don't get earthquakes here!
You have a volcano, buddy.
The cleric is trying to break the rogue out by using earthquake. Now, that's a stupid thing to do. The only way to get out of there is if a meteor hits it. Oh, and a meteor swarm is heading our way!
I love it. I love it.
Do we have all of these destructive spells, but no spells to stop them? Oh my gosh! And I just said they're just selling them at the shops too. The spells are right there. And why do we even have Weathermen then? Like, I'm completely useless. I'm as useless as a warlock.
Ooh!
It's just opened up in the middle of the city. Well, it looks like my Catholic mother was right. We're all spending this weekend in hell. Back to you, Tom. Thanks, Weatherin. Next up is throwing it back, the new way to take an oath.
It's thrown. Oh, I love it. That's great. Oh, that's great. I love it. Good call, Yuri. All right. Oh, God, that was great. I love it. Okay. Where is that thing? There it is. All right, let's find the next video. The next video on our list. Oh, is my voice getting tired or something? Jeez. All right. Next video is something called Plain Vanilla. Okay. This is by Spiper. All right. Boop. And boop. Wait. Oh. Okay. Anyway, all right, here we go.
People have the audacity to equate vanilla with plain, the fruit of a delicate orchid pollinated by hand, worth its weight in solid gold and beyond, the fussy black and cream jewel of the American continent. You sick son of a bitch. Imagine a world without vanilla. No blondies, no pound cakes, no creme brulee, no Coke floats, no cream soda, no satiny New York style cheesecakes, no warm apple pie a la mode, no velvety complexity to bring out complex notes in chocolate desserts, no depth of flavor in your cakes and cookies and milkshakes, all in just a few precious seeds or grams of paste or perfumed teaspoons of liquid black platinum. What you don't understand could fill the library of Alexandria 7 times over and then some.
Damn!
You ungrateful bastard, I'm going to kill you.
Well, that's one hell. That's one hell of a. What the fuck is this recommendation? Anyway, okay, that was pretty funny. All right, next one up is Spiper did one. Let's see, did anyone else do another video? Spiper did another one. Okay, here's one. Oh. Wait. There. There we go. Alright. What's this? This looks like it's by same guy who did the weather one. Alright. Alright.
Ah, so tell me. How do you plan on making a nuke this time? Okay.
Oh, I've seen this.
Sounds good. Avoid combat with him at all costs. Good choice. Avoid anything it can seduce at all costs. Oh, yeah, the Blood Hunter. Now tell me, who hurt you? All right, a healer. Such a great support to the party. New plot, make the cleric hate its party. A very versatile class, good for almost anything. Now tell me, what animals are you going to be transforming into? Oh my god.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Look out, we got a
Oh, God. Yes. This is so true. Whenever someone plays a druid, I'm like, okay, all right, we're going to need so many tokens. We're going to need to look up so many animals. We're going to need to look up so many different things. It's a core class. We got to do it. But, oh my god, it's running it so annoying. You have to get so many animals ready. And you have to get so many tokens ready. It's such a pain. The only thing worse than that is summon monster. Because that's even less predictable. Oh god, I feel that in my soul.
fighter over here. Hopefully he doesn't do anything too basic. Wait, you attack him how many times?
Yes.
So what are you playing? Ah, the Holy Warriors. Now tell me, do you plan on being so lawful good that you actually hurt everything around you? Or will you not even act like a paladin at all?
Fair enough.
Oh, he just throws it back for the real ones. Oh, thank you!
Throwing it back again. Here we are once again. Oh boy. Oh boy, okay.
Rangers are actually a really useful class to have in the party. They can track, guide, protect the party, and deal some major damage. With that being said, what's the actual class you're playing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
you don't have to tell me twice to quit DMing. So tell me, how lazy do you want to be the most powerful? Oh, Warlock, I'm actually really excited to see your high-level feature. No, you can't have a short rest yet. Oh, perfect. I'm actually excited to see what spells you choose for him, and he's dead.
Yep.
Oh, you have a backup wizard? Perfect. And his 3 failed death saves are already filled in.
Yep. Yep. Wizards are squishy and taste good with ketchup. Yep. This is accurate. This is accurate. Oh, man. Ugh. It seems we lost a few viewers during the video break. I'm almost wondering if should we keep going with this, or should we... Hang on a second. Boop. Like, I gotta know, do we have enough people to keep playing? Or, who's still here? We got Tarthus, we got Spiper, and we got Ure. If you're still here, say here. We got Spiper, okay. We got a Ure, cool, okay. And should we mess with Tarth? Should we mess with Tarth? Should we troll him? He once ran away from stream while he was supposed to be modding so that he could water his plants. I wonder if we can mess with him. Oh man, how are we gonna troll Tarth? Oh, I love this. Okay, because Tarth isn't here, he's AFK. Oh god, okay. How should we mess with Tarth, I wonder? We'll have to think about that one. Okay. We've been going for about 2 hours now. Let's, I know what we'll do for the rest of the D&D thing. I know what we'll do. Okay. I know how we'll do it. And you guys voted to do continuous. So we're going to go back to Twitch Plays D&D. Boop. And move this over here and down here and like that. Alright. Okay. Where was I? Right. Okay, so I'll just exit that. Cool. Alright. When we last left off, you guys had just woken up from that and you're going down the road. It's been about a whole day of... It's been a day and a half of travel. Or not day. It's been a lot of travel for you guys. And, where is that tent? Where did I put it? There it is. But you make it down the road, and as you get closer to town, there's fewer and fewer issues. Eventually, you reach the town. How am I gonna draw the town, I wonder? You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll just make a house like this. Boom. And we'll make a, let's say, purple roof. Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop boop. Pow. Alright. Okay, and we'll add some... I might be able to reuse these as... What's the word? Bird is the word. That's almost... There we go. Why does it ignore what I tell it to do? Alright. There we go. We have some windows on the house there. Boop. Boop. There we go. And then we just take all of this, merge it, and... So you have arrived in the town of Dale. It is a... actually, let's get rid of this river. It's on the river, but it's not straddling the river. So, boom. And I'm going to take this road thing, go here. Boom. So you're in town, and you start looking around for your friend or for your friend's friend that you're supposed to deliver the box to. All right. So you're poking around the town, and you ask people if, let's say, if the Weaver is in town. They give you directions, and you go to the Weaver. The Weaver is a spider woman, literally. They are half spider, half human. And we're going to draw them, and let's make them like a black widow. So we're going to have a big spider butt here. Yes, and then... Ah, crap, I messed up. Alright. So. Ooh, I got an idea. Let's give her some brown skin. That'll be fun. Yeah. She'll be a brown-skinned Drider. Well, a Drider's technically a drow that's part spider, technically speaking. But an Arachne. We'll say it's an Arachne. Or that they are an Arachne. And we'll give them some eyes. And some pupils. And what color hair should we do? Let's give them dark brown hair, maybe. Or we could do something different. Ooh, let's do red hair. That's kind of exotic and different. Why not? So they have red hair. Whoops. All right. Now, the Weaver is there to accept the box. And she says to you, "Oh, thank you so much for coming." Alright. Oh, whoops. This is the wrong layer. These need to be in the background. Alright. There we go. Wait, I dropped something. Okay. So, the Weaver comes up to you and opens the box. Inside is a pelt rolled up of dragon skin. And the Weaver says that they also do some sewing on the side. Where the heck did I put that layer? Oh. There we go. And she says, "Oh, thank you. But there's a problem here. You see, I need another component, a special needle to sew with this. Maybe you'd be interested in helping me acquire the needle. I've already sent another courier to pay for this cloth, but I need someone to get a special needle so I can make a certain thing I want to make. Would you be willing to go and fetch it for me?" So, we're going to make this our next poll. The Weaver is offering to pay you to bring her a magical sewing needle. What do? Accept, decline. Alright guys, vote now. Do you accept the quest or you decline the quest? Alright, so our players have voted to accept the quest. Alright. Recover the magical needle from Death Gaze Cave. She explains to you that she will pay you a shit ton of money if you go to Death Gaze Cave, where basilisks reside, and if you recover the needle, the magical needle, which should be kept inside. She says that it is a very dangerous place to go, and that basilisks are inside. hang on a second. Actually, let's do this. Let's do it like that. So, she says that this particular species of basilisk can turn you to stone if they just look at you. Sorry, if you meet their gaze. So, if you wish to get deep inside the cave, you will need to protect your eyes. Now, there are several ways you could go about doing this. She says one way is to cast a spell on your eyes to protect you, but it limits your vision. Another way is to get dwarven goggles or dwarven fireworking goggles, which are tinted and can be enchanted to protect you from gaze attacks. But that'll take a bit longer. And the third option is to just go there with a mirror and just check around corners. So, you guys have voted to accept the quest, but we're going right into another decision point. Alright? The next question is this. The cave is infested with basilisks. They can petrify you if you meet their gaze. What do you do to protect yourself? Okay, get dwarven welding goggles and get them enchanted. That's one option. What's here? Get a hand mirror, check around corners, and hope for the best. Find the town mage to get a special spell cast on you that will wear off eventually. So, get cold feet and decline the quest. Alright, so we have 4 options, guys, and they're covering me up. But option 1 is get dwarven welding goggles and get them enchanted. 2, get a hand mirror and check around corners and hope for the best. Number 3, find a town mage to get a special spell cast on you that will wear off eventually. Number 4, get cold feet and decline the quest. What do you do? Let me shrink myself back down. Alright, we have 2 votes for that. Is there anyone else in chat right now? Kick-ass goggles. We have Spiper and Ure, and Tarth is still AFK, so they don't know what we're doing. So it really is just you and Spiper right now. Ure, okay. So you guys have voted to get the kick-ass dwarven goggles. I'm still it's getting late and I'm getting tired, but we can do a little bit more. Alright. So, from there, we're going to say that you voted to get the dwarven welding goggles. You ask the lady, who I'm going to name now. What kind of name? Let's give her something cool sounding. Something like Stella. We'll call her Stella. Stella the Arachne. Alright. Kind of like the Greek prefix still, like STIL, which is part of the Greek word for a spider. Stella the boom. Alright, so you ask Stella to please look after your pet dire fox. And you're going to roll a skill check to convince your dire fox to stay with them, because I don't know about you, but I don't think it's a good idea to take your brand new best friend animal to a place where it could easily get killed or turned to stone. So unless there's an objection in the chat, I'm going to say that you're going to ask Stella to look after your fox for you. So either raise your objections now or hold your peace. Going once. Going twice. Going thrice. Going tetrice. All right. You guys, you leave your Akeen Akeen, how you pronounce it? The Dire Fox with Stella the Weaver, and she says maybe it'll keep the normal foxes out of her chicken house. Anyway, oh wait, the fox guard in the hen house. But now we'll say she has like magic chickens, and they crap silk, so they taste terrible to normal foxes. Anyway, you decide to go to the local smith. So boom, 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 and you go to the local smith, and I'm getting a little bit tired, but you ask them for some dwarven welding goggles. They have some, but there's a problem. They want the amulet you have. They will trade you the goggles for the amulet. Do you accept the trade? Okay, or do you try to buy them for straight up money? The blacksmith will trade you some goggles for your amulet. What do? Trade for the goggles is one option. Buy the amulet outright. Walk away. Alright. What do you do? Does this include the enchantment? Ooh, good point. In fact, let's have you negotiate with them. We're going to have you negotiate. So rolling the d20 in 3, 2, 1, boop, 10. Alright, that's 10 plus your skill check. So let me, there we go. Now I can see. Skill check is plus 9. Here comes their negotiation check. 11 plus 4. So you're able to actually get them to begrudgingly enchant the goggles, so that it'll so they'll have gaze protection. So this means that you will not be affected by gaze attacks or gaze-like abilities, such as that of a Medusa, or sorry, a Gorgon, or a Basilisk, or anything else that would cause that if you meet its gaze, you get affected by a spell. So these goggles will give you immunity to that. So yes, after negotiating, you're able to convince them to do that. Now what will you do? Will you trade for them? Will you buy them outright or walk away? Okay, we have one for trade the goggles. Well, Yuri, what are you gonna do? What do you vote for, Yuri? Alright, you have opted to trade the Amulet of Health for the Goggles of Gaze Protection. So, we're going to go here, and we're going to get rid of the Amulet of Health. It's no more. We're going to make a new thing, and we're going to make some kick-ass steampunky goggles. And we're going to put them on Peepo. Alright, let's see if I can do this. So this will be the outline of them. Boom, boom, boom. And these are based off of welding goggles, so they're going to be pretty dark. I'm sorry, they kind of look a little funny, but I'm gonna give you a brass like rim for this. Sorry, it's kind of, I'm sorry, it's kind of funny looking, but you have the Goggles of Gaze Protection now. I'm sorry, it's just really funny. I'm sorry, but I don't know why, but that looks really funny to me. Okay, alright. I don't know why, but that's really, really funny. That's really, just looking at that is making me laugh. So they have brass rims and dark tinted. They're like dark tinted things, but they're enchanted so that they will protect you from stuff. I'm sorry, I can't take that seriously. That's really, really funny. We got the goggles of gaze protection. Well, it's about 8:10 now, so how about... I'm sorry. It just looks really funny. It just looks really, really funny. I didn't intend for it to, but it looks really funny. Well, I guess that's the drawback of them, is that they look really funny. You look so stoned, so high off your ass with those, like, oh man! Ooh, dog, I see music! I'm sorry. Okay. I know. It's just so funny. Okay. All right. So, with that, you return to Stella the Arachne with your fox Akin, and she tells you that she gives you directions of how to get to the cave. It's a several days journey, but most creatures tend to avoid their territory because they don't want to be killed by a basilisk. So, with that, you have completed the original quest of delivering the package. Good job, chap. And you are now getting ready for your next part of the quest to get the magical needle from Death Gaze Cave, where the basilisks lie. You have prepared, and you'll be ready for next week when you depart on... Which face? Yes! Screenshot of that face. Yes! Okay, I just clipped it. I'm going to post this in the thing. I'm going to post this in Discord. Hang on, here it comes. Alright. Chat's character wearing the silly looking goggles of gaze protection that happen to make them look stoned off their ass. I'm sorry, it's just so funny. Oh my god. Okay, it's in the Discord, guys. It's in the Discord, in general chat. But we're gonna call it here for now, okay, guys? You have made your preparations, and you have some doofy looking goggles, but they will protect you from the basilisks, and you guys will be able to get the needle, hopefully, next time. Alright, guys. I can't look at that and keep a straight face. I just can't. Alright, guys. I'm sorry! I did not mean to make those goggles look so funny, but that was a complete accident. I thought giving them a brass rim would make them look cool. It made them look really, really funny. Like, you look so stoned. Like, your eyes are just so dilated. Okay. Alright. Okay, guys. I'm getting pretty tired. I know we took a break, but we're at a good stopping point for the adventure for next week, and you guys did vote to do continuous adventures. Also, my head's starting to hurt. Maybe I'm laughing too much. I don't want to pass out from laughing. Anyway, let's figure out who we're gonna raid. Okay, guys. If you're gonna redeem Guide the Raid, now is the time to do it. Okay, so I catch my breath. That was really funny. I don't know why but those goggles are really, really funny to look at. You know, if for once it's a magic... That is a great drawback for a magic item, is that this would be a good server emote. Oh my god. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, between streams... Actually, this is the last stream of the week. Well, okay. So, guys, first, okay, I'm going to see if I can make that into a server emote if I can. I'll do what I can. But, but we're going to call it here for tonight. I'll see you guys on Tuesday as we continue Oblivion. And he just looks like, oh, let's go! just really funny. Okay, and I just can't think about it and not laugh. All right, let's raid. So we're gonna be streaming at a regular time next week. Excuse me. And let's figure out who we're gonna raid next. So if you're gonna redeem a raid or guide the raid thing, now is the time to do it. Good YouTube thumbnail too. I might just do that. All right. So we're following and similar or smaller size. Let's see who we can raid. No one is similar or smaller size who we're following. Okay, well, dang. We can follow Zaruk Windcaller. They're doing Doom the Dark Ages. They only have 15 viewers. Well, I only get like 2 or 3 to actually talk and chat, but you know. And we got Jammy Bunny VT. They got 25. What else? I don't know. Do you guys want to guide the raid anywhere? Because I can do it, but wait, do I have a toggle on? I think I do. There it was. I had a smug look on. So, there it is. Okay, that was the problem. I had a toggle on. I forget that those are on sometimes. Okay. Why don't we, raid, fuck, I don't know. VTuber Imp plays Doom Dark Ages. Why not? We'll see if we can raid them. I'm going to start the raid, and we'll do a countdown. Anyways, I want to thank everyone who came by. I want to thank Lace for the raid. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Alright, so... Okay, it looks like they'll accept the raid from us. Cool. Alright. See you later. Bye-bye.